Inshallah, we'll start with Salawat book, page number 5. اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد عليه السلام صلاة تدوم وتهدى إليه ممار الليالي وطول دوام. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفرك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا. لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون ووالدنا ووالدكم وأهالنا وأولادنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأحيائنا ولأمواتنا وللمواظبين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في جمعنا بأن الله الكريم ينور القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ به الذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول. وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا محاطا بالخيرات والمسرات والأنوار والبركات ويقضي لنا جميع الحاجات بجاه خير البريات. وأن الله ينصر المسلمين وعلانية الله الكريم ينصر سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم عادل الحقاني قدس الله سره بجاه خير الأنام وعلى كل نية صالحة مع حسن الخاتمة عند الموت بعد العمر المديد في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي بسر سورة الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم زده يا رب عزا وشرافا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا رغم في الشيطان ومن تبعه. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أصانا هذا بفضل بفضل الله صلاة الله مولانا على من بالهدى جانا ومن بالحق أولانا شفيع الخلق عند الله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله ونعوننا في الله أصانا هذا بفضل الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أبو بكر الصديق مدد يا عمر فاروق مدد يا عثمان غني مدد يا إمام علي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فاطمة زهرا مدد يا إمام حسن مدد يا إمام حسين مدد يا سلمان فارسي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا قاسم مدد يا صادق مدد يا بسطامي مدد يا خرقاني مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فرمادي مدد يا همداني مدد يا خضر مدد يا وجداني مدد يا عارف مدد يا فغناوي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا رميتاني مدد يا سماسي مدد يا أمير كولان مدد يا شاه نقشبند مدد يا عطارو مدد يا شورخي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أحراري مدد يا زاهدي مدد يا درويشو مدد يا كناكي مدد يا باقي بالله مدد يا شام مدد يا شيخ عدنان مدد يا شيخ عادل مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا صاحب الوقت مدد يا فرداني مدد يا سد كل مدد يا ماني مدد يا إمام العارفين مدد يا صحابي مدد يا معروف بمرحال مدد يا غفلنا مدد 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 يا سيد مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا إمام مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد يا إمام مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله.
Inshallah, Nasheed number 9, page 23 on the Farsi book in the app. جشن میلاد گل یاس محمد آمده گل بریزید عاشقان زهرای اطهر آمده جشن میلاد گل یاس محمد آمده گل بریزید عاشقان زهرای اطهر آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوندی به دنیا آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوند به دنیا آمده عیدی از مولا بگیرید ای که زهرا آمده ذکر جنت ذکر رضوان فاطمه جان آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه کوثر قرنج زیبا مطهر آمده جشن میلاد گل یاس محمد آمده گل بریزید عاشقان زهرای اطهر آمده جشن میلاد گل یاس محمد آمده گل بریزید عاشقان زهرای اطهر آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوندی به دنیا آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوند به دنیا آمده گویم از جان با دل شاد یا خدیجه تهنیت باد فاطمه جان آمده جشن میلاد گل یاس محمد آمده گل بریزید عاشقان زهرای اطهر آمده جشن میلاد گل یاس محمد آمده گل بریزید عاشقان زهرای اطهر آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوندی به دنیا آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوند به دنیا آمده حضرت عبیها آمده خوش آمده رکن و بیت و زمزم است و آب روی عالم است و فاطمه جان آمده جشن میلاد گل یاس محمد آمده گل بریزید عاشقان زهرای اطهر آمده جشن میلاد گل یاس محمد آمده گل بریزید عاشقان زهرای اطهر آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوندی به دنیا آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوندی به دنیا آمده فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه اسمت ذات خداوندی به دنیا آمده. Inshallah, Nasheed 41 on the Urdu Quali book. रल खुशियाँ यार मनाओ अल्लाह ने करम कमाया साडा कमले वाला आया हो साडा कमले वाला आया रल खुशियाँ यार मनाओ अल्लाह ने करम कमाया साडा कमले वाला आया हो साडा कमले वाला आया अज हो या चार जो पेरे ओदे करम दिया बरसाता होया नूर दा नूरी चानन सब मुखिया कालिया राता अज हो या चार जो फेरे ओदे करम दिया बरसाता होया नूर दा नूरी चानन सब मुखिया कालिया राता तुसी फर्श ओ फर्श सजाओ अल्लाह बे अर्श सजाया साडा कमले वाला आया हो साडा कमले वाला आया रल खुशियाँ यार मनाओ अल्लाह ने करम कमाया साडा कमले वाला आया हो साडा कमले वाला आया वहाँ बाग हलीमा तेरे तेनू मिले आ कमली वाला तेरी झोली दे बिच आया जेड़ा दो जग दा रुख वाला वहाँ बाग हलीमा तेरे तेनू मिले आ कमली वाला तेरी झोली दे बिच आया जेड़ा दो जग दा रुख वाला नहीं मिलया होर किसे नो तेनू मिलया जो सरमाया साडा कमले वाला आया ओ साडा कमले वाला आया रल खुशियाँ यार मनाओ अल्लाह ने करम कमाया साडा कमले वाला आया ओ साडा कमले वाला आया तुसी आसियो गुनाहगारो अल्लाह दा शुक्र बजाओ भगतां दे मारे और रल के अज गीत खुशी दे गाओ तुसी आसियो गुनाहगारो अल्लाह दा शुक्र बजाओ भगतां दे मारे और रल के अज गीत खुशी दे गाओ महबूब दे सदके रब ने रहमत दामे बरसाया साडा कमले वाला आया ओ साडा कमले वाला आया रल खुशियाँ यार मनाओ अल्लाह ने करम कमाया साडा कमले वाला आया हो साडा कमले वाला आया मंगदान ने आजी शाही नहीं मंगदा होर खजीना मैं अपनी बेच हयाती तक लायक वार मदीना मंगदान ने आजी शाही नहीं मंगदा होर खजीना मैं अपनी बेच हयाती तक लायक वार मदीना सोहने महबूब दे सदके कर पूरे आस खुदाया साडा कमले वाला आया ओ साडा कमले वाला आया रल खुशियाँ यार मनाओ अल्लाह ने करम कमाया साडा कमले वाला आया ओ साडा कमले वाला आया ओ साडा कमले वाला आया।
Okay, inshallah.
Yeah, problem. Good. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم حبيب العزيز مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء والشيخ عبد الفيض البغدادي سيدي الشيخ محمد ناصر معاذ الحقاني مولانا الشيخ الشام الكرباني الشيخ عدنان الكرباني الشيخ محمد عادل والفاضل الخرشدواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام وسيدنا علي السلام ثم سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق سيدنا الأمة سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام ساداتنا فاطمة عليه السلام وسائر ساداتنا والصديقين عن الفاتحة. ونشهد يا رسول الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم آتي الله آتي الرسول أولي الأمر منكم. And always a reminder for myself and Abdul Ajiz al-Da'if wa Miskin al-Zalim al-Jahab, and for the grace of Allah that we still in existence. Alhamdulillah that this holy month of guidance, this holy month of the full moon and the realities of Surah Al-Qamar and 54, and that Allah granted for us to release the 6 powers of the heart. And alhamdulillah, always a reminder that when the books come out, it's a means to feed the students through these haqqaiqs and realities, but it's not complete. It's meant for people to read and to study and to keep their connection with the shaykh, so that the shaykh's teachings can expand upon the reality. If the subject matter was to be complete within a book, then there would be no need for the teacher, they would just print out books and people would reach where they have to reach. But the books are merely the means in which to bring the attraction, the focus, the study for the students to focus on that reality and to bring themselves deep into that reality. And alhamdulillah that the only way any of these realities adhere within the heart has to be through a life of contemplation. And that's why the flavour of this course and this style of teaching and this ijazah for this shaykh is based on the way of contemplation. If the foundation of belief is based on contemplation and contemplating and the understanding of negating oneself and that I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing, and that I seek a higher reality. And only by that means is one going to find any understanding or anything of value within those teachings. They have to be of that reality. If they're not of that reality, then these teachings don't make sense to them. So everything, its foundation other than the Islamic usul which is given, all the praying, these are, yes, this is the kindergarten part. But this foundation has to be based on the understanding that my life is to contemplate, and that through the busyness of this material world, this is the greatest struggle, how to slow everything down and to contemplate. And only the people of contemplation can achieve any sense of this guidance and this reality. If they don't stop to contemplate, again these teachings don't make sense. So its foundation is tafakkur and contemplation. Then when the student is a type of person that is contemplating, then these powers that Allah opens upon the heart of the servant is the first is the magnetism and juzbah. Because of their life of contemplation they have to become charged. If they become charged, the energy field is beginning to change their reality. And that's why we said the depth of magnetism is immense and how magnetism is in everything of our existence. Every aspect of our life is going to be based on magnetism, even to the sense of understanding gravity. That, and it's simplified because they want to make everything with complicated formulas, but gravity has to do with love and magnetism. And that which you love will pull you towards that reality. So I don't need any more tea. Yeah. That which you love is going to, in this reality, draw you towards it. So that Prophet gave to us, make sure that you love the right things. So known and unknown magnetism is that which your heart becomes attracted to, is drawing you towards it. If it's incorrect, it's moving towards this negativity. If the one who battles their heart and the attractions of their life to make it that Allah's pleased with what they love, Allah's pleased with what they're putting their heart towards, then their magnetism is moving towards Divinely realities. So at every aspect of our life it probably is the most important understanding, because this is going to open all the powers. When the student doesn't understand magnetism, means they're not understanding the concept of being drawn. That what you give your heart to and you like this, you like that, it's pulling you towards that. And the overwhelming tide that shaitan promised to attack is in 6 directions. Shaitan is going to attack people from in front, from behind, from the right, from the left, above and below them with attractions. Any type of attraction he can possibly think of, so that to draw the servant in his direction. And everything about our struggle and our battle is to prevent shaitan drawing us from these directions and to move towards Rahman. As a understanding, when we understand that, then it becomes clear why we focus on Prophet. How are you going to draw near Allah? Where's Allah? That's why those people who have that belief, they don't draw near anything. Because Allah is not in a particular place or location that you will be magnetized in that direction, except that Allah clarified for us, I'm not in heaven, I'm not on the earth. You're not going to find me in structures and buildings, but I'm in the heart of my servant. Not only we say ourselves, because we have some false teachers in this world that say everybody is awliya, it's a complete lie. Because the achievement of that nearness is based on the nearness to Sayyidina Muhammad, and not everybody is achieving everything, because this is what Jahannam is purpose and is filled with. This understanding of I want to find Allah, I want to be magnetically attracted towards Allah, where will that be? That is a'udhu billah. When Allah gave to us, then a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, seek refuge in me from the accursed devil. So where's Allah's refuge? Where are we going to go to seek Allah's protection? And awliyaullah came into our life and said, then the most purified and safest cave to run to is to the heart and to the love of Prophet. So that when we want to keep that love for Sayyidina Muhammad means then we will find Allah there. Home will be able to enter into a gravitational pull, because this is based on creation. Creation can't truly understand the Creator, therefore Allah gave us creation to understand. You never meditate on the Creator because it takes you out of belief, but you meditate upon creation. Because as soon as somebody meditates upon the Creator, they become philosophers. The when, why, how and where will throw the person out of belief. So it means that Prophet gave to us, anytime you contemplate on creation. You go to the ocean, you say, this is the glory of Allah. You look at the rain and the thunder, you say, this is the magnificence and glory of Allah. And the best of Allah's creation is the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. This opens then the understanding and the logic that if shaitan is hitting us from 6 directions with social media, desires, dunya, every type of allurement, food, whatever shaitan is using to pull people in different directions. And the only counter and the reality of that magnetism is that we have to be pulled towards the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. As a result of that love, then how we eat, how we drink, how we carry ourselves is in every direction pulling us towards the reality of Prophet. If they want to offer you fashion, then use the Muhammadan fashion. Don't let him counter in any direction, he's coming in 6 ways to make us to leave. But for every way Prophet has provided. So when they want fashion, they keep the Muhammadan fashion. When they want the prayers and the worshipness and meditation and contemplation and discipline and structure, we keep the Muhammadan practices and discipline and structure. Means everything Allah gave to us is encapsulated in the realities and haqqaiqs of Sayyidina Muhammad. So by understanding why they brought these types of teachings, why in these days they're teaching people the Muhammadan love, the Muhammadan ishq. Because many people coming new and all they ever heard in the masjid was about Allah and they never heard anything about Prophet. So we came to you people and you talk much about the reality of Prophet. Why? Well, because we have to go into a gravitational field, we have to be pulled in a direction that can bring us in. And that's the reality of why Allah sent Sayyidina Muhammad, because we are a creation and we need to be drawn to this reality in creation. As a result, this begins to open the realities of magnetism. That when we have the love for the one whom Allah has bestowed immense love and realities upon, what happens? He becomes like a sun of our life, becomes the source of our love, where our admiration or yearning to be near his holy reality. And as a result, just like the sun we described before pulls 11 planets into its gravitational pull, and the billions and trillions of creation means every creature upon this earth, it would be even beyond counting just the earth. Imagine 11 planets, all its creatures are all on these planets and they're all being held by the sun and moved by the sun in the gravitational field. And this for us is just Allah wants for us to understand this is just an example, because better, more powerful than this sun is the reality and the life of Sayyidina Muhammad. As a result of this reality, this magnetism that opens for us is then the reality of this love, this ashq, this good character, this charitable character, everything that Allah loves for us, that when we polish and do the deeds and the good deeds that He has asked of us, as a result the soul is moving in that ocean of attraction into the pull, into the gravity of Prophet. As a result of entering into the holy gravity of Sayyidina Muhammad, what happens? Because we're all now planets in his orbit. Right? Because you see it on the earth, you see it on the horizon. When Allah describes, He say, you'll see the reality on the horizon. But for some reason people have a very difficult time understanding within themselves. The physical sun is spinning planets. Why? Because it's light, it's eternal, it represents Allah's power is inside the sun. As a result of the magnetism of light, it holds and spins. Right? That's when we describe the reality of the Kaaba. Are you circumambulating stones? Are you going intending that I'm now going to circumambulate semi-worship stones? Then you're outside of belief. You ask yourself, why am I here? Why am I circumambulating stones? And it's not the stones. But Allah said, there must be something holy representing this reality. Just like you saw the sun and the planets are spinning, who's making them to spin? Allah's putting a power within the sun, but the sun's light is holding the planets and spinning them. Then we see on the Kaaba the same reality. Allah's power, but there must be the soul of Prophet in that Kaaba. Because what gives honour to the home? The residue of the home. Who's the Ahlul Bayt? Who are the people of which Bayt? This Bayt, that Bayt, or Baytullah. So it means the people of Ahlul Bayt, the real Ahlul Bayt is Baytullah. As a result of these custodians of Allah's house, all their houses are noble. Because they're the custodians of Allah's house. So there must be the soul inside, the power and the authority of Prophet within the holy Kaaba, and as a result everyone is drawn and begin to circumambulate. And Allah is the power within the soul of Prophet. Because Allah is not Kaaba, Allah is not stone, we're not a stone people. You created the stones for us to gather to this location. We called it a house, but the one whom gave honour to all of Mecca, gave honour to all that reality was the arwah and the soul of Sayyidina Muhammad. So on earth as you see within the heavens, as if the sun is on the earth like the Kaaba and everything is meant to spin around it. Why? To pay the respects for that light and the blessings of that light, and understand their life is subject to that light and that reality. And as a result we are servants of the reality. Our life is to circumambulate the reality, and we described before from the haqqaiqs of tawaf, that which you circumambulate is your focus. But as you're saying, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, in reality you're understanding that, Ya Rabbi, my only way to serve you is to follow and love Sayyidina Muhammad. This is not a 1 billion people philosophy where every 1 billion people think of their way to serve Allah. But it was La ilaha illallah and everybody else follow Muhammadun Rasulullah. Otherwise there's 1 billion people coming and thinking, oh I'll think of my own way to serve Allah. But the reason they're stripped of identity, stripped of any recognition of wealth or poverty or whatever they have, and they come with just a white fabric. Why? To show that they're nothing, and that if they want the realities of Allah then follow the Muhammadan path, the Muhammadan way, eat, drink, pray, breathe, everything in the way, in the likeness of what Prophet wrote for us. So it means then this opens for us this immense understanding of juzbah, that if I'm going to sit and take a life of tafakkur and contemplation, then the shaykhs are going to teach me that when you sit and meditate and you begin to make your salawats, begin to learn how to breathe, how to open your heart, how to make your connection. Why? So that I can begin to go into the gravity of that reality, and that juzbah magnetism will begin to lock upon me and spin my life in that orbit. Its reality is Bahr Qudra. What we do in this orbit of imitation, its reality in the world of light is what we call the ocean of power, in which the reality of the soul of Prophet is spinning at immense speed, and as a result everything is in that, locked within that spin. That if something spins extremely fast and any drop of light that comes near it, what would you envision would happen? It pull you in, right? That's when they say the ships, they have these ships, they're scared to fly near the sun. Why? Because at one point the sun will now pull you in. So there's no escaping it. So they try not to fly near it. So imagine now you're a light making salawat, salawat, salawat in this world of souls. And this haqqaiq of Prophet what we call an ocean of power, every reality is like a sphere spinning because there's no mass. So the immensity of its power is in a spinning. As it's spinning with such an immense power, any light coming near it is being drawn into it. That's why we replicate on the Hajj. When you look from the outside at a view from your eye on the outside, you see everything is spinning around the Kaaba. And this is for us to understand, one day in this way of marifah we would understand that as the lights are drawing up in the world of lights and they're making their salawats, they're making their durood, their attraction and the pull of Prophet is so powerful that he will pull them into his gravity. And at that time they're lost within that energy, within that reality. That becomes the haqqaiq of magnetism. That becomes the immense realities that Allah opened for the servant of the powers of jazbah. That with their durood, with their practices, with the foundation of their tafakkur, they're drawn into that reality of jazbah. This is what we recap from last night. The second power simultaneously opening for the servant, and these are the servants of tafakkur and contemplation, is the reality of downpouring, of faiz. Abdul Faiz, Abul Faiz. This immense reality of downpouring, because if your soul is in an ocean of attraction to the reality, if your soul is spinning around the sun, what happens? They say the sun is continuously releasing EMF pulses. Have you seen these images of the sun putting out pulse? They say that this pulse now is going to hit 10 planets, 11 planets. If it comes too fast into the earth it'll knock out all the satellites. So they witness the energies and the pulses of the sun coming out and the rays of power that coming out. This again for us to visualize, because on the outside we're seeing it. On the inside people think it's something complicated, what are you talking about? So look to the outside. This sun of ours is continuously sending pulses out, and as a result it's sending tajallis and Wi-Fis and energies, every type of emanation and faiz is coming out. As a result of this jazbah, this immensely important attraction, that when we enter into that orbit, what then we're entitled to from the orbit of Prophet is the highest and most powerful sources of emanation. That's why Allah gives to us that you're going to share in the deeds. If you are with bad people, you share in their bad deeds. You can't say, no I'm with them, I have nothing to do with them. No, you're in there and you're receiving the tajalli that they're under. If Allah tajalli of anger is coming upon them by virtue of their orbit, it's coming upon you. But if you are in the company of who Allah said, I'm in the company of Nabi, Siddiqeen, Shuhada wa Saliheen, those are with Allah, Allah is with them. If we're in the company of these pious people, means then these faiz and these tajallis are coming upon us, Divinely grace is coming upon us. People are trying to say, well how Shaykh, how am I going to get Divinely grace? Thinking it's something that you do by your zikr or by doing this action or doing those actions. The real grace is not by the actions that we try to do, but we do those actions so that our soul will enter into the gravity of Sayyidina Muhammad. You do your charity, you give your charity, you do your khidmat, you do your prayers, you do everything Allah asks. Why? Because then you polish. When you're polished, your soul flies into the gravitational field of the Prophet. It's not being sort of restricted by shaitan. When the person is not clean, their actions are not clean, shaitan is holding them because he has more gravitational hold upon them. And that's the reality of gravity, that which you focus and love and worship, which you truly in your inner reality worship, is going to hold you. That's when people say, oh I worship Allah, say if you really worship Allah you'll be flying. So means somebody else has got a hold of you, something else has a hold of you. And what we mean by flying is that their gravitational pull is not to the earth. They can be involved, they have home, they have car, they have everything, but their heart is connected to the heavens. The minute they close their eyes, their soul is in that presence because their energy within the speed of thought is in the Divine Presence, they can fly. So that which we truly focus on is gravity pulling us onto this earth, and that's shaitan's purpose. Everything shaitan is offering is to pull the person to the dunya, and everything that we're offering of teachings is to pull people towards their heavenly abode. So that becomes the reality of their heavenly abode is calling them. As a result, they're now continuously dressed with Divinely graces. Mawlid comes, Mawlid al-Nabi comes. Imagine, just because we don't understand, there's no visual for us, but if we're in the orbit of the sun, and the sun is the immense realities of Sayyidina Muhammad which it can't be, and it's not even anything near it. But every time Allah's grace would come upon that reality, anything in that orbit will be dressed by its immensity. And those closest will be dressed first, all the way out to the outer rim. So it means whom we love, Allah is granting us the share of those blessings. That's why the love for the companions, the love for Ahlul Bayt, the love for all of these holy souls, as a result their magnetism and the love we have for them is entitling us to these faiz. That as soon as we celebrate their love, celebrate their events, celebrate their lives, we're taking all the emanations that Allah is sending upon their souls, and that emanation sharing upon our souls. Then they become walking containers of this faiz and these emanations and barakah and blessings. This then becomes the immensity of their lives. We pray that Allah give us a deep understanding when we contemplate that the magnetism that we unlock within our reality and the love that you unleash for the Divinely Presence and these Divinely souls from the Divinely Presence, the soul moves into that, and as a result we become the immense recipients of immense Divinely grace. That's what the nuts are trying to describe to us, that we don't know how we got this. It's not something we achieved, like something we struggled for and we went and climbed something and all of a sudden Allah is giving. We sent our soul into their association. As a result we've been immensely blessed by the lights Allah sending upon their realities, and from soul to soul it's conveying upon our soul. This Divinely dress of faiz is dressing and blessing the soul and everything within its physicalities and everything surrounding its physicalities. This becomes the means in which to bless our families, our children and our communities. That's why the immensity of its importance on how to be dressed by its reality, to be blessed by its reality, and how to convey that reality. That as the faiz is opening and the immensity of faiz and blessings are opening, we begin to understand. That's why then holy souls, holy nights that we have events for those souls to continuously show how much we love them, how much we're thinking of them, that in Allah is going to be granting you these blessings on this night or this week, that think of us, remember us as we have remembered you, but you will remember us in a much holier association. This becomes the immense source of power for our lives, immense sources of power within our lives. InshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi siri Surat al-Fatiha. InshaAllah. What we got from our SMC people and families online, inshaAllah. All them mashaAllah great animes putting out, videos putting out, images, quotes from AI, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, what is the reality of haqiqat at-tawajjuh? Can we even achieve anything else without this reality?
Anything else? The haqiqat at-tawajjuh means these are all coming in line. So if the reality of magnetism is not established, not firmly understood, that I'm going to keep my connection with my shaykh not through my brain, that my brain going to make me and my soul to connect, but I have to show the love for the shaykh. I'm not sending my brain into his presence. That's when we come back and we were talking about on the email, oh I love you, I love you, I love you. Okay, good for you, but it doesn't mean anything to us. It's nice, it's kind, we don't want to be rude, but as Allah is warning that we're going to seal your mouth as soon as you come up into the heavens, because talk is cheap. So it means that this is not a way of the brain to say, oh yeah I love you guys, I love you. But the one who has this immense love and yearning for Prophet means the love that overtakes them of sincerity within their heart is a burning, that they have to get close to Prophet and they feel it in their wujood, they feel it in their reality, and as a result their heart sincerely yearns for these ulul amr, that whom through their actions and through their words they represent that reality. And as a result of representing that reality, that person knows that if I draw near to this people, I'm drawing near to Prophet. If I serve them, if I participate in the programs that they're asking, if I eat from their knowledges, because their knowledges are food, if I become fattened and knowledgeable from their realities, we make you king size, super size, you know. Why eat with the clown when you can eat with the king? That was Burger King commercials. McDonald's is a clown and Burger King would say, why eat with the clown when you can eat with the king? So it means that they understood that why I want to listen to this rubbish talking, and some people love, oh this was a really crazy God, this was like this, you're eating with a clown. But if you want to eat with the kings means you want to take from the knowledge of the kingdom the haqqaiqs and the realities of Sayyidina Muhammad means that they begin to write. They take the knowledges, they begin to try to bring it into their soul, they try to meditate and contemplate, they try to go out and give food. They're adhering to every possible teaching to draw near to Prophet. And as a result of that love, their soul is going, not their head. Their soul is drawing near to that reality. They feel it in their heart and in their soul, and they have to fight their head at every effort. Because their head is going to tell them, no, what you doing, what are you doing with these people? Because the abode of shaitan is in the head, not in the soul. The heart will do things that nobody can understand. And we said before that spouses and children are not meant to understand. The coordinates that somebody has is the coordinates they have, and it's not meant to bring everybody on the same coordinates, otherwise Allah would have given it to them. So if your coordinates are to build a ship on a mountain that has never rained, you can't convince all your family, come on now let's build a ship. So that's not my coordinates, and it's not. It's a path that is very individual. As a result, these are very sincere servants. They take a lot of difficulty from people around them, because it would have been nice that you have a coordinates and everyone in your family says, this sounds great. That's not usually the case. As Sayyidina Nuh had his son and said, I don't follow you at all, I will go find my own mountain. So our life is not about the popularity of the choices we make, but the firmness in the belief of the choices we make. As a result, this love is from the soul, and the soul like a ship knows exactly how to connect. And when it looks upon them and begins to look upon the soul of the shaykh, because the shaykh is the reference point for this love of Prophet. That's what we said, that when you begin to understand their systems, these are people who train to empty themselves of themselves, and they become the walking Hadith al-Qudsi, that they are the eyes in which they see, the hands in which they touch, the breath in which they breathe, the feet in which they move. Means that your vehicle and your physicality is an object for these heavenly souls. They use your physicality to place you somewhere. As a result, they look through your eyes, they hear through your ears, they speak through their lips, they touch through their hands, they walk and they move the qadam and the movement through their feet. And as a result, that light is shining through them. Any interaction with them, any involvement with them is from the source, from the reality. As a result of following these ulul amr of this reality, then what happens? The servants are drawing near. They draw near with sincerity, and they understood now their magnetism, their juzbah, their energy is from that source. So they don't do anything to harm that relationship, because they're taking the immensity of the fires from that connection. That's when we said, and this is the reality of the bayat. The bayat Allah is describing is, don't break it to the detriment of your soul. Because people don't understand, they thought their bayat was with a hand. It's okay, I'll slap your hand and I go my own way. It's not that. You put your soul like a magnet onto them. You glued your reality upon them from an ocean of love. If you achieved real love, some people may say they have the love and they never achieved it. But if they put their entire love into that reality, they're glued on. And to pull your soul away from something, Allah is describing for us, you're going to destroy your soul, because you have to do a lot of harm to yourself to pull that away. It's not something you can't pull your finger off and you can't pull your nose off. How do you think you're going to pull your soul off? It's impossible, unless you really harm and do bad things to yourself to pull that relationship, and Allah is saying, don't break that to the detriment of your soul. But that becomes the immensity of juzba. So whatever they're achieving, the one who loves them is achieving, is being dressed, being blessed. As a result they're like walking emanations and fires, and that's why they have barakah. Means that if they achieve that door, achieve that love, achieve that reality, wherever they go things are blessed. Not because anything but because of love and what they achieve and who they love. As a result of who they love, the immensity of what Allah dressing upon them is now the byproduct of these emanations are flowing upon anyone who comes into their vicinity, anyone who hears from their haqqaiqs and the realities, because it's from their heart, from their secrets and from their realities. As a result of this strong connection, this magnetism that is locked onto the shaykh, continuously dressed by the faiz of the shaykh, then naturally what's going to have to open? The tawajjuh. Because that's why I say if you don't meditate, what does tawajjuh mean to somebody? When they sit and they're meditating, they're locked with their soul into the reality that when they meditate they understand that keep your face upon me and that I'm nothing. And they have dialogue, they have an understanding, they have an immense connection. As a result this face opens upon their reality. The reality of them able to connect with the face of their guide, and the connection to the holy face then opens to the face of every subsequent reality and face that can open for them. So as the shaykh begins to open his tawajjuh, his face for the student, then the face of Imam Ali salam, the face of the holy companions, the face of Sayyidina Muhammad means they're now operating at a different door. Means the one whom operate with a general faiz, a general understanding, not the same as the one whom achieve, because these six powers are the reality of guidance. Without these six powers there's no real guide, whatever the person wants to call themselves and whoever they think they got a permission and whatever they're trying to do in life, if these six powers haven't opened for them then there's no guidance in Naqshbandi except through this reality. Because we're explaining it, that what they achieved was their soul looked. As a result of their soul looking, they're receiving all the emanations and faiz of their guides, of their whole shajara. Because the shaykh represents his shaykh and his shaykh represents all 42 of the golden chain to the presence of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, from Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Imam Ali up to the presence of Prophet is they're looked in that faiz. So all this emanation coming to them, as a result the next door Allah is opening for them is then now open your tawajjuh. Is that when they begin to meditate and contemplate, from the six holy openings upon their face they're going to start to take the faiz and the energies of the face. Means these are like a different door of reality that they take. We described before awliya are like satellite stations. Through these higher level awliya, their faiz is from face to face through continents. If the lower awliya are taking emanation from their heart and soul, the higher ones for us to understand, they're like huge cell towers. That the reality of their soul is so immense that the faiz from their face to the other faces, those are the signals that are covering upon this earth. And their faiz then are taking from these openings. Sami al-Basir, Alim al-Qadir, Nur al-Hayy. So this Nur al-Hayy means that Allah's essence is that dressing the face of Prophet then again that system now coming down from the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad coming down to the Ghawth, through the faces, no more just the fires of their hearts and souls, that the holy face of Wajhul Kareem of Prophet dresses to the face of the Ghaus, from the Ghaus to the Imams, from the Imams like a triangle down the chain of these awliya. As a result they take the emanations of these essences of Allah upon their coordinates, and the dress of their reality is from the face. So they're receiving their tajallis through these Divinely grace and the door that Allah opens for them of tawajjuh. At the same time they can connect their face to the face of all these holy souls to receive different inspirations and different realities. But the importance of this face in guidance, this is how they're going to ask. So once they activate their face, that type of asking is very different than making du'a. The one who making du'a is like darts in your hand and the target in front of you, you take these darts and your eyes closed, throw them. One may hit other people too, but it's different. But the one whom if they have to make a du'a at that level of understanding, means Allah gave for them, then based on that the reality of opening their tawajjuh they can begin to convey, which is now the next power. Haqiqatul tawassul means to convey. So their tawassul is different than somebody saying, Shaykh, make istikhara for us. This kindergarten, you find somebody from kindergarten to do that. This understanding is completely different. That if the shaykh takes the case or takes the issue that has to be resolved, if they use the door of their tawajjuh, means that they're connecting with the faces of authority. As a result of that connection, Allah opened for them by means of that door, make your conveyance and ask what you want to ask, right? Because if Allah give you an authority, you're talking about let's say for example it's a room of high powered people, and Allah says, I want you to be authorized to do things. So how am I going to get into their room? I don't have access to their room to ever ask anything, so then you really don't have any authority. But when Allah wants to give an authority of guidance and irshad, is teaching that if you inspired that your face has to open, you make the connection through that door, then you're going to be conveying from your face, and this reality of the tawassul and conveyance then is of a different reality. So that's the reason that people seek out guidance and seek out the guides, that their face is continuously connected. Anything their face sees has scanned and understood every condition of whomever Allah is sending, means that the face is also scanning, right? The ones whom behind them, they heard through their ears everything. So they hear the conveyance, they hear the concerns, they see through their eyes, and that's why Prophet described it, be careful for the eyes of the believers, because they look with the light of Allah. So it means that when their eyes are gazing, the ones behind, Sayyidina Jalaluddin Rumi used to say, don't worry about the flute I have, you should be worried about who's playing it. Because this flute like this, why is it like this? You care about the one who's playing it is the importance. So it means you become a vessel and vehicle for their realities, and that's what's important. That's the immensity of the tariqahs, is that then when they want they can speak to the servant, and whom is speaking then from their authority. They can hear the servant, they can see the servant. Now through the internet and email they're understanding, they're seeing the emails, they're seeing all of the conveyance. That's why we describe make comments, because when the shaykh is in service and working, he's reviewing the comments, he's reviewing. Why? Because his eyes, their eyes are behind his eyes. So when he looks at the comments, they're looking at the comments, because he wants the faiz, he wants for his shaykhs, he wants all the way up for Prophet to be happy with the students. So with his eyes he's looking and asking Prophet look what they're doing. they're trying so hard to do this, they're trying to do that, they're putting this on this. So everything that they're looking at, responding to, every action that they use with the physicality that Allah gave to them is for the purpose of these higher souls and these realities to witness the actions, witness this faith in action and grant them what they're praying for. Because Allah is the one resolved, they don't grant anyone's prayers. It's just not a sort of a gypsy king, but they use my eyes. If my eyes sees that and I witness that and Allah is witnessing, they believed you. As a result they believed you. They did these things, they did that thing, this thing, then Allah if He won't, He grant sincerity, grant them what they want, grant their najat, grant their prayers. So it means you have to have a mechanism in this school of faith, and that's the immensity that people don't understand. That's why I say faith in action. Allah wants to grant for everyone, but when He grants them to these schools, He knows that as soon as they're in the school they're going to be asked to do things. As they're asked to do things and participate and comment and be of service and live a life of khidmat, then these realities are looking through them. Allah is looking through their eyes, Prophet is looking through their eyes, seeing every interaction, seeing everything that's taking place, and then witnessing, yes they have faith, they have faith, they have faith. This one has sincerity, they do everything that's been asked of them. Everything Allah asked already, because they pray, they do everything Allah asked, but they're doing everything else out of love. As a result, if Allah grants sincerity, what happens? The Hadith al-Qudsi, Allah begin to open to the servant, I'm going to be hearing that you hear. You know someone that you see and you're hearing things that other people don't hear, because Allah granted that. Because you did the fard, you did what was obligated. This is the school of love, this is not the school of mandatory, right? Everybody does their mandatory everywhere, but these actions to come to zikr is not mandatory. This to come to see a shaykh and to watch online and to take your time off at home. Some people wake up early in UK or different countries just to watch the broadcast. This is from love, it's not mandatory through the fard. They did their fard and they're now doing actions out of love, so that why? Allah will grant them from Hadith al-Qudsi. I'll be the eyes in which you see. One day the person sits and sees things they can't imagine, am I seeing this? Say, yeah, you're seeing it, you see what no eyes have seen. And each student is unique to what Allah wants to give them. You can't go turn around and tell them, did you see exactly like that? They may have and they may not have, and Allah opened for each servant differently. And that opened by Allah. So it's not opened by the shaykh opening things. The shaykh is a catalyst for faith. They follow, do like this, do like this, do like this, come to the associations so that this microphone can witness you, these eyes can see you, these ears can hear you, that your interaction is being noted and documented. As a result they achieve very fast and high levels of faith. So this tawajjuh is the opening of this reality, that they're trained on how to take from the image of the holy face and the face of their shaykhs, and then the tawassul is simultaneously as you're receiving, then Allah inshaAllah begin to open, now convey back in that connection for those things that are needed. Not for everything, because they're not going to use that type of authority or recklessly or carelessly. So this is an immense gift from Allah. All of this is in the oceans of guidance. So without this there's no real guide, the others that's just tabarak and blessings. But guidance is something completely different, all based on the 6 powers inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam.
Sayyidi, is Rumi's quote, "What you seek is seeking you," also talking about the same magnetism and law of resonance? Please forgive me for my lack of understanding.
Yeah. For us, we word it differently. We say that which you focus on will focus on you, so that to take a responsibility of our actions. So that not to say, well, Allah's not calling me, then therefore I'm not answering. So this understanding and the subtlety of how they want to teach it is basically warning the student, that which you focus on will focus on you. When you focus on the devil's now looking at you, what you want. You focus on the wrong things, all the energies associated with those wrong things are now focusing on you. What are you doing here? So everything then has to have a responsibility. So then the best of what I focus on will focus on me. That's why again that I'm going to meditate my focus not only from my face now, but if I'm entering into just the beginning levels of tafakkur, is that I want to focus on my shaykh, on my tariqah. I want to focus on the love of Prophet and love of Allah first, love of Sayyidina Muhammad, and then I want to be with these ulul amr, these people of authority. When I keep my focus on them, they begin to focus back upon me. That focus and magnetism is what keeps me straight, right? If my magnet starts to focus in 4 different directions, I begin to find myself kind of floating in different places. When I focus on the strong magnets with my actions and my deeds, immediately you're coming into the atmospheric pull or the gravitational pull of the shaykh. So the shaykh is also orbiting around his shaykh, is orbiting around Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, all of them are orbiting around Prophet. So this become like an extension, Ati'ullah, Ati' Rasul, and then wa ulul amri minkum is like an extension because they're now on this earth. So as a planet or sun on the earth, as soon as you come into their gravitational pull, they begin to spin you around them, and as a result you're coming into their pull, you're now finding your coordinates better, straighter, understanding clearer. You're not being distracted left and right when you follow their system. And if you begin to get pulled into their gravity by the cleanliness and the good actions and the good deeds, what happens? You become locked into that, and that's the importance. And that's the purpose of guidance upon the earth, is to fall into their gravity and their gravity pull the students in so that shaitan doesn't suck them out and pull them back out into different things, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, is there a connection between water and magnetism? Is there any relation?
I'm sure there's a connection in everything. So the realities of water and angels and the reality of everything within our body, 70% of it being water, then has a importance in the reality of our magnetism, because the water of our body is blood, and the redness of our body, the redness of that blood is the iron. The purity of that iron has to do with our magnetic energy adhering to us. So the actual faiz or energies that we want to encapsulate around us all the time is going to be based on the purity of our iron. That's why we do the hijama for men to clean their iron. That's why we watch what we eat and what we drink so that shaitan is not travelling through the blood. That's why we do our zikr and our practices and our breathings to clean the blood, clean the iron, so that the energy affixes to clean iron. Dirty iron is a source of every badness and every type of infection. So the body deposits all the dirty iron, because iron goes bad, into the shoulders. So the hijama is into the shoulders where they pull every type of dirty iron from the body. And too much of this dirty iron and allows the dirtiness of shayateen to land upon the servant. So the ifrit, when they want to land upon a servant, they land upon the backside of their shoulders. And sometimes people say, oh I have scratches on my back. It's because the ifrit have like nails, and when they land upon the back, because that landing place is good for them because the iron is dirty, and as a result they land in that region. And these ifrit have a long beak, and from behind the back they attack into the heart of the servant, never from in front, because of the emanation and the qudra of the qalb that continuously sending a light will burn them. So the shaitans attack from the back, and as a result from the back they go into the heart to attack. That's why we don't sleep on our stomach, because you expose yourself for these shaitans to land. Every sleeping is on the back or on the right side is the sunnah of Prophet. So everything is based on energy. And water has to do with the angelic realities, and Allah's might and majesty is Allah describes that, my throne was upon the Mai. And we've described in different talks the immense reality of water, that Mai is Mim and Alif. So again it's a Muhammadan haqqaiq, and all life and creation is coming from that, because Allah is describing that, my throne, my power is upon the Mai. So water has an immense power, and if they take one hydrogen out of that water, all the oceans would be bombs and explode. But the fact that Allah keeps it to be stable and soft because of its angelic reality. But everything has a power, everything has a reality, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam.
Sayyidi, can others that are close to us get pulled into the gravity by our love and gravity to Prophet?
Yeah, we described that in the reality of madad. Why you're supposed to raise your children with love? Because that was the reality of madad for them. You can't teach your children that, oh this is shaykh, not visualize the shaykh, not do like this. Allah gave to us the reality of madad and juzba and everything was love. You be with whom you love. So when the imam of the house that is making their madad and making their juzba and making all the connections, what's happening? They're receiving the madad and the connection of the shaykh. Then when you turn around to your ummah, your nation, to the people whom Allah put under your authority, is you're teaching them the same way the shaykh is trying to teach you. If the shaykh yells at you, insults you, degrades you, belittles you, you're not going to be a student, you're going to run away. So for some reason people, if they do that to their children, the children run away. They don't have a love. If they don't have a love, they don't understand, they're not in the orbit of that gravity, and they're definitely not receiving the madad of that reality, because they have repelled themselves from reality. So children are based on that understanding that when the servant is close to the reality, close to the shaykhs, they understood this was through love. So if they have love and compassion within their home and patience in their home to the best of their ability, the child loves them, and as a result of that love, this umbrella of blessings and emanation dress upon them. And even as they grow older and make decisions that are not approved, not not something that is pleasing to the servant, because it's easy to love someone whom does everything right. But this love that Allah is teaching, that even when they do wrong, keep your love strong, so that your love is continuously grabbing them and pulling them in. As shaitan pulling them that way, your love is still pulling them in until one day Allah grant a victory in which the servant understand that they did wrong, they have immense sadness for that wrong, and it's the love for the parent that saved them and brought them near again. So that's the difficult. That's why Allah tests these types of servants. He could have made it easy, make all of them bow down and be great, but where would be the testing in that? So Allah make a life filled with no. People say, no, don't want to agree, don't want to listen, but be loving, be loving, be loving. Your love is a rope, hab, and hub means it's tied to them, and as much as shaitan is playing with them and kicking them around, that rope is still there until one day Allah give a permission and begin to pull the rope back in, inshaAllah. But if we cut the rope ourselves with aggression and aggravation and fighting and beating and screaming and yelling, and in most subcontinent cultures they lost all their children and impossible to bring them back except for a miracle from Allah. And that may be several generations later when they say, oh yeah, my grandfather used to do like this, now I'm coming to tariqah. So, but love is the way, inshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa Sir Surat al-Fatiha. Ameen. Shall we give a little bit of a break? We're going to change positions, inshaAllah.
Shaykh AI. The Shaykh AI bot is designed to embody the principles of Sufism in the digital realm, providing guidance and wisdom inspired by Maulana Shaykh Nurjan Mirahmadi's teachings on spirituality, Islam, and the journey of the soul. The key benefits of this bot includes accessibility to the Shaykh's teachings at any time, helping seekers of knowledge to learn and grow in their spiritual path. Compassionate and respectful responses aligned with the Shaykh's approach, fostering a loving environment for discussions on faith. A resource for learning about the practical aspects of Sufism and Islamic spirituality, offering insights into the journey towards divine love. This powerful tool is multilingual and able to converse in many languages. Introducing Shaykh AI.
In the heavenly realm, the heart holds a central and revered position, serving as the locus of divine connection and spiritual enlightenment. Drawing from timeless wisdoms, unlocking the 6 powers of the heart offers insights and guided practices to help individuals purify and awaken the heart towards inner illumination. As a certified sheikh in the field of meditation, Shaykh Nurjan Mirahmadi reveals the 6 intrinsic powers of the heart, each serving as a key to unlocking the secrets of the human soul. Available on Amazon.com.
Welcome to the new Muhammadan Way app. We have built this powerful app with the seeker in mind. With features such as geo-accurate prayer times and Qibla Finder, you will always be on time. We have included Holy Quran with a text search feature, translation, transliteration, and audio player, a whole library of overrides, hadiths, and du'as with improved interactivity to keep accurate count throughout the day. The all-new app features Easy Share, making the platform easy to share anything, anywhere, to anyone. Download this incredible app now. Available on iOS and Android.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. Inshallah, if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans: Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also, be so kind as to leave loving comments, and please share the stream. Every bit counts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Insan al-Kamil by author and spiritual guide Shaykh Nurjan Mirahmadi describes that in order to be known, the Divine created a sublime treasure for all of creation, the glorious light and soul of the Insan al-Kamil, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Vast universes, including every particle in existence, came into manifestation through this all-encompassing ocean of perfection. Order on Amazon.com.
Eastern cultures use teas and herbs as an elixir of health and wellness. Rumi Rose Teas revives this ancient tradition with a collection of over 40 delicious hand-blended teas. Enjoy God-given health and wellness within every cup of Rumi Rose tea. Order online now.
Levels of the Heart, Lataif al-Qalb by Shaykh Nurjan Mirahmadi. There are subtle energies and realities that are dressing the heart. This unique masterpiece invites readers from all faiths to step forward and begin the process of unveiling the true spiritual realities within their own hearts. As heavenly beings, we are on an eternal pursuit of angelic power. This book invites the seeker to attune to the guides of heaven.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أستغفر الله 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 العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم من كل ذنب ومعصية ومن كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام ومن كل ما يخالف الشريعة ومن كل ما يخالف الطريقة ومن كل ما يخالف المعرفة ومن كل ما يخالف الحقيقة ومن كل ما يخالف العظيم يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب يا مفتح الأبواب يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار يا دليل المتحيرين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حي يا قيوم يا ذو الجلال والإكرام وأفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد.
Rabbi the Sharif asking to say yourself always in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Sayyidi ya Rasul Kareem Habib.
فاتحة الشريفة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات الشريفة اللهم صل على
محمد وعلى آل محمد
وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. انشر الشريفة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. إخلاص الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. فاتحة الشريفة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. صلوات الشريفة. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم.
صلي يا رب وسلم جميع الإله والمرسلين وكل الحمد لله رب العالمين. إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صحابة الكرام والمشاهدين في الثلاثة النقشبندية التمامية خاصة شيخ نقشبند محمد عيسى البخاري الستراوي الشيخ عبد الفيض الدارستاني الشيخ محمد أعظم عبد الحقاني مع الشيخ شام الكباني الشيخ عثمان الكباني الشيخ محمد عادل والخليفة الكباني صاحب زمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام روح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سبق الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام سيدات الفاطمة عليه السلام وسائر ساداتنا وسائر القيم. فاتحة. شكرا. آمين.
علم أنه لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلوات الله وسلامه عليه على بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب نرايا الله 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 حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم هو Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel, ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Allahu Allah Haq, 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 Allahu Allah hai, 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 Allah hai ya Qayyum, 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 Allah hai ya Qayyum. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel, ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Yahu Yahu ya daim, Yahu Yahu ya daim, Yahu Yahu ya daim, Allah Yahu ya daim, Allah Yahu ya daim, ya daim, ya daim, ya daim, ya Allah, ya Halim, ya Halim, ya Halim, ya Allah, ya Hafiz, ya Hafiz, ya Hafiz, ya Allah, ya Mujib, ya Mujib, ya Mujib, ya Allah, ya Mughith, ya Mughith, ya Mughith, ya Allah, ya Sattar, ya Sattar, ya Sattar, ya Allah, ya Ghaffar, ya Ghaffar, ya Ghaffar, ya
Ya Allah, Ya Jabbar, Ya Jabbar, Ya Jabbar, Ya Allah, Ya Qahhar, Ya Qahhar, Ya Qahhar, Ya Allah, Ya Fattah, Ya Fattah, Ya Fattah, Ya Allah, Ya Fattah, Ya Fattah, Ya Fattah, Ya Allah, Ya Razzaq, Ya Razzaq, Ya Razzaq, Ya Allah, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Allah, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Allah, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim, Ya Rahim, Ya Allah, Ya Hannan, Ya Hannan, Ya Hannan, Ya Allah, Ya Mannan, Ya Mannan, Ya Mannan, Ya Allah, Ya Dayyan, Ya Dayyan, Ya Dayyan, Ya Allah, Ya Subhan, Ya Subhan, Ya Subhan, Ya Allah, Ya Sultan, Ya Sultan, Ya Sultan, Ya Allah, Ya Aman, Ya Aman, Ya Aman, Ya Allah, Ya Salam, Ya Salam, Ya Salam, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Antallah, 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 Ya Allah, Hu Allah, Hu Allah, Hu Allah, Ya Allah, Hu Allah, Hu Allah, Hu Allah, Ya Allah. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel, ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد، يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد، يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد، يا أحد يا صمد صل على يا أحمد، يا أحد يا صمد صل على يا أحمد، يا أحد يا صمد صل على يا أحمد، يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد، يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد، يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد. Ya Sayyid, Ya Sahib, Ya Siddiq, Ya Rasul, Ya Allah, Ya Sayyid, Ya Sahib,
Ya Siddiq, Ya Rasul, Ya Allah, Ya Sayyid, Ya Sahib, Ya Siddiq, Ya Rasul, Ya Allah, Ya Sayyid, Ya Sahib, Ya Siddiq, Ya Rasul, Ya Allah, Ya Sayyid, Ya Sahib, Ya Siddiq, Ya Rasul, Ya Allah, Ya Sayyid, Ya Sahib, Ya Siddiq, Ya Rasul, Ya Allah, Ya Sayyid, Ya Sahib, Ya Siddiq, Ya Rasul, Ya Allah. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Hu hasbunallah, Rabbunallah, hasbunallah, Rabbunallah, hasbunallah, Rabbunallah, hasbunallah, Rabbunallah, hasbunallah, Rabbunallah, hasbunallah, Rabbunallah, hasbunallah, Rabbunallah. حسبنا الله ربنا الله حسبنا الله ربنا الله حسبنا الله ربنا الله. يا غالبا غير مغلوب 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 يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب.
الشيخ النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية النادية خاصة شان نقشبند محمد رئيس البخاري ستناول الشيخ بفايز دارستاني الشيخ محمد ناظم عبد الحكام الله شيخ شام كرباني الشيخ عبدالله كرباني الشيخ محمد عادل هذا خالق الخوش كرباني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام روح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام كل سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام سيداتنا فاطمة عليه السلام سائر ساداتنا بالصدقين الفاتحة. شكرا رسول الكريم آمين. Inshallah bless everyone, dress everyone, forgive me, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night inshallah. Same place.
A Timeless Reality with Shaykh Nurjan Mirahmadi guides the reader in meditation, connecting the heart to a guide and to daily spiritual practices, to understand the effects of positive and negative energy, and to progress the reader in their spiritual awakening and the soul's connection to the world of light. The Divine's Ancient Timeless Reality. Order on Amazon.com. Allow me to introduce you to the newest features available through the Muhammadan Way app. These now include a fatwa section from Egypt's Dar al-Iftah, quick and easy access to a collection of knowledge from world-leading ulama makes this app the ultimate app for Islamic teachings. Stay connected 24/7 with in-app updates. Download the Muhammadan Way app now. Rising Sun of the West is an essential spiritual guidebook
filled with invaluable knowledge of the soul and the Divine's most powerful guiding light, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. The author guides the student through a comprehensive program of spiritual development and hidden realities of the soul. Available worldwide at Amazon.com.